This is Governor Ehrlich. You're watching TV Free Baltimore.
I just have a question. I'm coming late, so I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But what is the purpose of this meeting?
The purpose of the meeting is there is the Southwest Leadership Team is transitioning into a CDC, Community Development Corporation. And we are going to address the issues of the community. Housing, a CDC actually deals with housing. But in time, what will actually happen is we are going to have a paid person who will work for the community and do what the community would like to have. They will work on the issues, because all of us, we all work full time. But a CDC, and there's money out there that we can obtain to pay somebody that has the background to redevelop a community, and we're going for that. We have partnered with an organization called Dundalk Renaissance Corporation. They're over in Dundalk. And the woman over there does an excellent job in trying to rebuild Dundalk. So if you ever get on the internet, just look them up, because the things that they're doing over there are the things that we want to do over here. And it's just about bringing all the communities together. The director over there actually said she deals with 25 plus associations. We have 3. So we should be able to accomplish a lot with just having 3 associations. And she mentors us along the way to try to help us get along and get the monies and stuff like that. But that's what this meeting is about tonight, hearing from the residents so we know what we can do for the future. So now is your time. We want to hear from you. And what we're going to do first is we're going to talk about the good things of the community.
We have some awesome volunteers in this neighborhood. We really honestly do. The businesses, small businesses around here are wonderful to us. All you have to do is ask. You need help, ask. We get it.
Bring the kids back and let them play baseball, keep them off for drugs and stuff like that.
Okay. So, okay. And what else was this? What are the good things about the community?
I lived in the community for 41 years and raised my children here, and I think it's a beautiful place. And with all the new construction and all the new siding, it looks wonderful. And I think the community is on its way up.
Okay, good. Anybody else?
One thing that's good about the community, everybody that grew up there look out for each another. And I mean, that's one good thing that we have in our favor, is that everybody tries to look out for one another.
Okay, good.
The great thing is the churches, especially St. Clement's, because they have the food drive for people in need of food.
Right. Okay. Anything else? Anybody else having recycling problems? No? Baltimore County does not supply recycling cans.
Call your representatives, talk to them, call people in the Baltimore County.
Okay.
Yes, they do.
We have recycling in Lansdowne on 2nd Avenue. They come really early in the morning. So you need to set it out the night before, but they come every Friday.
Okay.
I'm with the senior center on 3rd Avenue. It's underutilized. We need people 60 and over to come and join. And we also would like to lower the age if we can. Both the counties around us have gone to 50 and 55. And every time we mention it to the county, they said they can't do it. There's a lot of people who are out of work who would probably come if they would allow them. And if you're disabled, you can't come either. So we would like to have this change, and we'd like to have a bigger center and more parking.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Tamara. I live in the Lake Brook Circle Apartments. I've been calling for the past 2 years, the senators, all of the office. I've written to John Sarbanes about the violence there, about the property manager there. I've been to court to take them to court for infestation of rodents. I've won my case both times. And only because I worked for 30 years, something bad happened to me and I'm disabled now. And I did try to join a senior citizen, but they told me I'm too young, I'm 55. I get very angry with that. But I don't know, and so when I called the executive Kevin Cabinet's office, his assistant told me, join your local community organization. That'll be your first step. So I'm doing that, but it's terrible over there, and it doesn't have to be. There's not all bad people over there, but it starts with the property management is terrible, and when I called, they don't want to do anything. Things that they could do to start making change, because I know it's affecting the community that's going on in there. And just little things, like they don't have security, like just little things that I go to the office and tell them that they could do as far as, there's too many cars out here for these people. If they don't have income or low income, they can't be driving these type of cars. And, I'm telling them, there's little things that can be done. So I'm here tonight because, I want to feel safe. I usually don't come out at night, but, I know this was an important meeting and I wanted to get here.
Thank you for coming out. We need to hear from people from Circle Terrace.
Last meeting I went to for the leadership, that was one of the things I complained about. If you remember, I said, I don't live in Halthorpe. Why are they telling us we do? If you remember. So that's one of my big gripes. And also, with the senior center, I tried to tell them, like the Cub Scouts, you start them at 8, you gradually get them in. Lower the age. They said, well, people are working. I said, but there are some that aren't and would come if they were welcome.
I ran basketball for 7 years for Lansdowne. Miss Amy has taken it over now. Big issue I had with my program was I ran at ages 5 to 17. When it came to ages 5 to 10, I'd say the parents were a big presence in this program. After the age of 10, you were lucky if you saw maybe 1 or 2 parents in that stands, and it broke my heart. And a lot of these kids, I think they're getting forgotten about. And it's a lot of these older kids, and they're the ones that inevitably start selling drugs, and I know it. I've seen it all too many times. It's always been around, and I mean, I worry about these older kids. I know it's sad because Amy, that was one of my biggest concerns with running that program, and she hasn't had the volunteers as well. She's actually had to get rid of them as far as her program, and I know that was one thing that those kids loved was playing basketball. I mean, they would come out, and I'm talking, these are the kids that are always around with the drug situations and stuff like that. And I'm just wondering if there's not anything we can't do, any programs we can't put in for these older kids. Because really, I mean, that's where they just start to go. I mean, 16, 17, they have no home life, I mean, I look around, I know a lot of faces in here, and a lot of us were very lucky with parents and stuff, and, even still, things didn't work out great there for all of us, but these kids, I worry about them, and they get forgotten about, and I think that's kind of what's turning some parts of these neighborhoods worse, because these kids that I'm talking about are, from the heavily drug-populated areas. Their parents, it breaks my heart. And I don't know. Right. I'm one person. I tried, I did the best I could. I had health issues that kept me from doing some things, and I don't know what else to do. So I didn't know if that's something.
We did have programs for the older ones. I ran a program here. I took it over from Brenda. It was a teen center. I did every Friday night. I had to let it fold. I was getting over 100 kids every Friday night, but I could not get one parent to volunteer, not one.
Whatever happened to that drug-free that they used to have in school? When I went to school, and you couldn't go for drugs or nothing like that. You had to go for like a testing and everything before you went to school. Now,
I don't know about
they have signs around where the drugs are, it's called drug-free. And they used to have for the schools and everything like that. But you don't see them anymore. They took them all down. But I'll tell you another thing, they ought to have speed bumps where these guys, they have like a square like this, and what is it, Linticum? And you go like this and roll over like this, and it keeps the people from speeding. And we used to have stop signs. But I asked the county to put stop signs around our block No, they didn't want to do that. You have to come down. I seen an accident. I seen a lady go right through a fence.
And where do you live?
Lansdowne,
What roads?
Mine Bank.
Mine Bank.
Right, I do have one more thing to say to finish as far as the teens are concerned. At Baltimore Highlands, every Friday night from 8 to 9:30, we do have a teen program.
Do you?
Yes.
I see, I did not know that.
Every Friday night, and that serves 5th grade on up.
5th grade and up?
Yes,
Do you
and
get
we-
a lot of the older kids?
We get, it varies. We're still in the beginning for this year. We're getting about 20 kids, maybe 25. And then we do have parents that come in as well that know the game of basketball. They will play with the kids. I have adult leaders.
This is Friday night?
Every Friday night. It's been for years.
Yeah, I did not know about this, I swear.
Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty.
But every Friday night we have it.
But you need volunteers for that?
All right, a couple more questions, and then we're going to ask what you would like to see in the community, and then we're going to let Baltimore County speak.
We're having a lot of trouble here on Caledonia Avenue. I know there's drug houses. People are speeding up and down the road like it's a racetrack, and this is a school right here. Motorcycles, cars, everything. It's just gotten out of hand.
On
Right here next to the school, Caledonia.
Caledonia.
It's a dead-end street, and they
Right.
speed up there, and they speed back down at 30, 40 mile an hour. Somebody's going to get killed on that street.
You got it? Okay.
And the drug zone is terrible.
And they tear the signs up, they tore
Yeah.
the stop sign up, and they replaced it.
Yeah.
And they tore the other side
keep
about
tearing it out. We need fences.
vehicles, unauthorized vehicles being drove on the school and stuff like that. They tore that
Okay.
down.
Yeah,
They
we
never,
need
they never put that back
fencing.
up.
Okay.
We need fencing on this side of the school.
And trash cans near the road for the people that's playing ball over there.
On the school property?
Yeah, they have soccer over there a lot, and
Yeah.
Tear the school up
they don't
all
have no
year
place to
long
put their trash.
with trucks
Okay.
and motorcycles.
All right.
I'm from Riverview Association. Up at the end of the street of Caledonia Avenue, there were 2 signs up there. This gentleman's drug-free area. The kids tore it down.
Okay.
Dead-end street, they tore it down. They had 100 trees planted across the top on a Thursday. Saturday morning, 28 of them were pulled out of the ground. The guy in the corner house up there, car broke in 3 times. His car was just broken into this weekend. He don't speak English, so he don't call 911. I told Baltimore County about these signs up here in May, and they said that they were going to take care of it. Pete was going to take care of it. I put the one back myself, but the other one's still laying there. They meet up there every Friday and Saturday night, big party. The lady next door comes over, bangs on the door. Can you do anything? I said, let me make a call. I make a call, and by the time anybody gets there, they're all gone. 5 guys, 1 girl, all the time. So, there's nothing being done as far as the police coming up there.
Yeah, they ought to check.
All right, so we're just going to wrap.
Problem down the Baltimore Barrow with the drugs and the prostitution.
Yeah, I have to, yeah. Okay, now, what do you want to say one quick thing?
Yeah. I wanted to talk about the thieving and the robbery in the area.
Okay.
And they've stole my hose, they've stolen my gazing ball, they've stolen my husband's tire out of the back of his truck. They sliced all of my husband's tires, my next door neighbor, all 3 of his cars' tires were slashed. 10 neighbors on the street over on Laverne Avenue were slashed, and they don't know who did it. And I mean, this
You should have said 32 cars
on
in
Laverne
all.
and Clyde Avenue.
Clyde Avenue. What would you like to see change visually in your community? Trees along Hollands Ferry Road.
Work trucks in the area. There are tons of them, and it's ugly. They're just
Remove the big work trucks from the
Yeah.
areas.
clean the trash in the streets and all the ports. I mean, the Beltway exit, the Beltway exit is loaded with trash and people dumping tires and all kind of stuff.
$6.95, we're talking about $6.95.
Coming in here, yeah.
Okay, anybody else? What would you like to see changed? More police presence? Yes. Okay, more police presence? Yes.
I'd like to see drainage fixed between Ridge Avenue on Hammond's Ferry Road.
Drainage fixed?
Ridge Avenue on Hammond's Ferry Road, Mine Bank Lane, whenever you get a big storm, it floods out into the road.
Okay,
because
that's the other
they've,
side of where the development was when we did Lansdowne at Hammonsburg Road area.
it's right across from the town and country hall, just
Yeah.
up a little bit.
Okay.
And more stuff done about the rats off of our street, Caledonia Avenue.
Okay. Right. Caledonia? Anybody else?
Like some neighborhoods that you go into, like Ellicott City, Catonsville, Arbutus, like their streets are decorated for the holidays and everything like that. Something like that. I mean, up Annapolis Road.
We do have a community trash cleanup. Huh?
No, she's saying trash cans.
Oh, trash cans for,
Like community trash cans.
oh, trash cans along the main thoroughfare.
He's right about that flood that comes down like this, and the water piles up like this. And then what it does, there's like a little trench comes out by the railroad track, and that thing just stops up, but the CSX won't do nothing about that.
Okay, anybody else?
Violet Avenue is a cutway from Patapsco to Baltimore-Annapolis Road.
Okay.
They speed up and down. We've tried numerous times about speed bumps.
Okay.
Try to get a speed bumps or on the corner of Lilac and Violet to have stop signs.
Lilac and Violet.
Lilac and Violet, speed bumps.
Is it any way you can stop them people from the railroad from blowing the whistle all night long?
You ought to be used to that by now.
Yeah, I know. I've been in Lansdowne over 70 years.
All right, come forward.
Tell you what time to get up
I
and
live
go to
on
the flea
Baltimore
market.
Street in
right,
Baltimore Highlands. Every time it rains hard and consistently, we get flooded out with raw sewage. And raw sewage does
How would you like to see a community center in Riverview?
Please on the beat.
For the kids after school and possibly for other things, a community building. How many here would like to see a community building? Well, we don't know, but there's always, that's what we're going to go for.
Give it to the fire department.
Fire department could do the same thing. You're right.
Right.
You're right.
30 years waiting for that.
Okay. Is there anybody else?
Last question. We keep hearing they're trying to make us city again. Is that true?
Okay. All righty. This person here, this is going to be the last one. Oh, okay. Well, there is a lot of rumor out there about our communities becoming part of Baltimore City. That is untrue. It takes a lot to change the community boundaries from city to county. When we heard about the rumor, we heard about 6 weeks ago or so, we heard about it, and we wrote to all of our elected officials and we called Baltimore City. It takes a law in Congress to be able to do that. But it is not true. We went to the executive's office. As a matter of fact, we do have some feedback from the local senator. And that might be some information we could put up on. We'll get his permission, and maybe we could put it up on their Facebook page, and then you could see what it would take to actually make it that way, to change us over. But that is not true.
Hi, this is Jerry Rochelle, and you're watching TV Free Baltimore.